Hey Storm fans, Bryant Cook here, and we're playing in the Vintage Holiday Cube Draft, whatever you want to call it. We're forcing Storm. That's what we're about to do. We're going to hop right into the queue. There's no need to explain a deck. We're not looking to draft Splinter Twin or anything else. We're looking to just draft Storm, so every pick will be made knowing that we are force drafting Storm. I need to fix my screen a little bit. Sorry about that. Whoops, and there we go. All right, so Lotus Petal's pretty good. I don't actually like Repeal. Seagate Stormcaller's fine. I think it's Lotus Petal. I don't recognize any of the people that we're drafting with. And if you appreciate this content, theepicstorm.com/shop. We have card singles, but we also have a ton of cool The Epic Storm merchandise. All right, Time Twister. We have a couple lands in this pack, but Time Twister is really what we want. Slow drafters. Library's good. So is Baral. I'm going to take the Brawl. Top's also good in case you get Citadel. But without Citadel, you don't really want the top. Where Brawl's just great in general. Wheel. Looks like Storm's open. Looks like Storm is in fact open. I hope that's actually true. I drafted a Storm deck earlier today that was Bug. I haven't drafted Bug at all in 2020. Bug Storm. Did not have Fastbond, but I had Cultivate, Heartbeat of Spring, Search for Tomorrow, and Regrowth and Manamorphose, and I felt like that was good enough. My red was actually sort of weak, so I didn't mind cutting it. Deck sadly went 1-2, but the games were wild. Alright, so pretty good start so far. We're not really forced into red yet, but it'd be nice. LED's a great pickup. It's definitely looking like Storm is open. Yoink. For those of you unfamiliar, I am in a podcast alongside Phil Gallagher and Brian Koval. We are the Eternal Glory Podcast. We do legacy content, and we are on all major podcast platforms. Make sure to check us out. That is the Eternal Glory Podcast. Manamorphose or Blood Crypt. We're not actually in black yet, and I honestly just think Manamorphose is the better pick here, so I'm going to take Manamorphose. Pretty solid start so far. And if you're interested in keeping track of your Storm, the mini token pack from theepicstorm.com/shop. 6 mana symbols, 1 Storm symbol, 54 tokens overall, 9 different Goblin tokens on the back, and they're mini. Alright, so I'm going to take the Burst Lightning here in case we get 1000-Year Storm. None of these cards are actually that good. I don't love Burst Lightning as a pick, but like as an 8th pick, it's fine. This is our original pack. Probably take the Repeal. Wow, that's a very late Bloodstain Mire. Guess this could be theoretical fixing the Raging Ravine. In case we end up as Rug Storm. Alright. Come on, people, let's go. Looking forward to pack 2 already. I don't think we're going to get any playables left out of this. Maybe, though. That was a super latent Bloodstain Mire. So, these 2 1-mana cards, these are not cards that I'm thrilled to play with, but they're both, like, reasonably okay. If for some reason we end up as, like, a crazy 4-color deck, Mirari's Wake is playable as a mana flare. Could also make Empty the Warrens into 2/2s. Reasonable sideboard card. Now, pack 2. 2 rituals in here. Memory Jar. I have a very unpopular opinion. I don't like Memory Jar. I'm going to take Seething Song. Hopefully the Pyretic Wheels or the Preordain. And if you're enjoying this content, make sure to follow all of our social media channels. All right, so High Tide is pretty desirable here because right now we're just straight blue-red. So I'm going to take the Tide and hopefully we can draft the blue-red Tide deck. I would really love to make that happen. Stay out of black if we can. Fumarol's okay, but the Probe is better in my opinion. We really want to avoid these sort of lands if we're trying to be the High Tide deck. We also still need a win condition still, so Brain Freeze, empty. Tendrils is good, but we are trying to stay out of black. Thousand Year Storm does work if we see it because of the Burst Lightning. Ooh. I think it's the Mystical. These are both obviously very good. But if we're trying to stay out of black, I think Mystical's the pick here. Maybe staying out of black is a mistake. I haven't drafted straight blue-red yet this season. I've been Grixis a whole lot. My last league, like I said, was the bug list, but that was my first time doing bug. Mana Flare, that's a high tide. These are... Ooh, I don't want to click that. Please don't take. Okay. These are both also very good. But I think Flare... I usually don't like drafting Mana Flare, but if we're straight blue-red, I think it might be good enough. Really need to see the untap effects, though. Right now, we don't have any of the untaps. There's a win con. Take it. Blue-red Storm. It's like we're playing Modern. I don't really want any of these. I don't know. That pack was just not good for us, but that's fine. And I believe that means that we've seen everything out of that pack. Because we have, yeah, we definitely have. These are all wheel cards. In case we end up with a Brain Freeze, we can cut someone off of that. Alright, that wheeled. Happy about that. That was our first pack. So, or our first pick. So this was actually the first wheel pack. Because we opened Seething Song, I believe. Technically, Abbott is a win con. I don't think it's great, but maybe we'll play it. I don't think we're gonna play that, but it doesn't hurt to draft it. Dread Horde, that's late. I don't know if I'll play Dire Fleet, Daredevil, or Dread Horde, or even the Abbot. Like these are all like low end cards in my opinion. Like I don't even really want to play Repeal, but I feel like the deck's lacking a little bit. We have 0 on tap effects. Black Lotus, that's a pretty good Magic card. Passing Time Lock seems weird, but you have to take the Black Lotus. Our deck's not bad. It's just like we're still missing some pieces. Like we don't have Turnabout, we don't have Frantic Search, no Time Spiral, Desire, Thousand Year Storm, um, Past in Flames might be nice. And this pack has nothing for us, which is kind of shocking. I guess we take like Consecrated Sphinx, even though I don't want to play that. Or like Teferi. It's probably Sphinx. There's Turnabout. Step 1. Alright, so we have one untap effect. Fastbond. Yogwill. Yogwill's good, but we were trying to stay out of black. Fastbond's really good in this style of deck. We could end up playing green. Could take Cryptic. Is Cryptic better? I don't know. I don't think Cryptic's that great. Maybe we'll play Fastbond. Maybe I made a mistake not going into black. I've yet to play this card, but people seem to like it. I could try playing it, because like none of these cards are super exciting anyway. Alright, Desire's good. I have a feeling that I'm not going to play that. We don't have a 1,000-Year Storm, so there's a good chance we're not playing the Burst Lightning either. Maybe we'd play Gush. This is really card we want to play. I don't know if we want to play this. It just seems really bad when you like need to win and you just keep on losing flips. But it does help increase storm count. Alright, so this is a win con that isn't empty. We're back to the pack that wasn't very good for us. Taking Taiga in case we decide to play the Fastbond. Maybe I should have taken Cryptic over Fastbond. But like we could splash green for pretty much free. Like if I decide that I want to play the Fastbond. The issue is that like I guess we do have 2 draw 7s. It's a really late Yawgmoth's Will. We only have 1 untap effect. I mean, that also makes Fastbond good, but we're not going to play a non-island, I don't think. So High Tide is pretty much only good if we draw the one of Turnabout. And I don't even think I want to play Sphinx. Hmm. Like, Fastbond seems worth it to me just because I feel like we're light on mana and we have Mana Flare. And we can fetch 4 Taiga and then, like, play Copperline Gorge instead of a Mountain. We have Lotus Petal and Black Lotus. I think, like, pretty much the only way we can win is Empty or this Expansion Explosion. Not having Brain Freeze is kind of brutal. Alright, let's add lands, see what that brings us to. $17 land seems like quite a bit. I could probably shave a land or two. Maybe play the Raging Ravine instead of a Mountain. Gives us another green source for Fastbond. Like, I could play this Yawgmoth's Will and somehow splash. Like, just off, like, Black Lotus, Lotus Petal, like, maybe Gilded Lotus. Seems really sketchy. Alright, I think we're going to try this. I'm not in love with this deck, but let's see how it goes. Hop into the queue. I think I'd be happy to 2-1 with this deck, if I'm being completely honest. Whoops. I messed up. I went too wide. Trying to get it back to normal now. Alright. Good enough. Yeah, like, this deck isn't phenomenal or anything. Like, we really needed to hit, like, Frantic Search, and then, like, Frantic Search probably makes this Mana Flare Tide deck reasonably better. Like, only 1 untap effect and turnabout's, like, kind of, you know, not that good. But maybe having Wheels plus Fastbond to just dump lands into play will make up for that. Or at least that's what I'm hoping. And once again, while we wait, if you want to show your appreciation, theepicstorm.com/shop. All right, paired for the first round. We've opened up triple Lotus. How can you say no to triple Lotus? I think I'm actually going to keep this. We just need to draw like a wheel and this hand gets a lot better. Maybe that's a little too risky. Gonna hold Black Lotus for Storm. Well, that was good. Opponent missed a land drop. Oh no. Alright, next turn I think is our turn. Alright, so this is becoming unsuspended, so that's Storm 1. Draw. And now Storm 2 is Black Lotus. Triple Lotus. One turn. Maybe we should only tap one in case I draw High Tide. Now we'll Gush. Desire for 6. Well, that was not very good. I don't even know if I want to play Mana Flare. Like, our opponent, I don't want to give them mana when they're mana screwed. That was brutal. Yeah, I'm just passing. Wow. That was so bad. Maybe we start to attack them with Raging Ravine. Discarded Emrakul. Oh no. We might lose this now because that Desire just whiffed. We have to draw one of our wheels next turn. We have 2 wheels in the deck. That was wild. We have practically infinite mana. So our opponent's playing Reanimator. I mean, we knew that already. But I don't know what they're going to name with this Iona, but it's probably going to be bad for us. Okay. So here it is. This is our chance. And that will not do. Okay. That was unfortunate. I mean, we are playing 17 lands, but that would have been good as well. So we actually had a few more outs than I thought. Expansion explosion could have been decent. I'm not going to change anything. Just going to run it back. Hopefully have some better variants on our side. Go get that tiger. Alright, deck, let's see a draw 7. That is a draw 7 next turn. Oh, come on. I guess I have Expansion Explosion to kill it. I think do I want to get Twister just because Twister can not fuel like their reanimate stuff? I think that's actually the case. Costs like 6 mana to kill Thalia. I guess I have this repeal. Now we Black Lotus. Blue. Land, untap. I accidentally clicked tap earlier. Okay. This is actually kind of sweet. Feels like vintage right now. We're about to gush. Actually, I should undo that. Because I can just return these ones. Our opponent said casually combos off turn 3 through Thalia. How much mana can we make? Oh, we have enough to expansion for lethal. Pretty sure. Oops, undo. This is just so wild. That was sweet. Alright, so we're going to want the Burst Lightning for the Thalia. That was a blast. That was super fun. Really got to see the power of Fastbond there. Like, is it crazy to take out like land 17 on the draw? It's like that or like this Gilded Lotus. I think it's like land 17 to me. I guess we'll know if I draw the bolt and be angry that it wasn't an island. That was so cool. Well, turn one Twister. This is actually kind of a nuts hand. If we could draw empty off the Twister, this is like a turn one empty for 10. Him to Torok. That's not a nice card. Oh, we hit the empty. Wow. How about 12 goblins on turn one? That's just so cool. I want a screenshot of this. Oh. This deck is so silly. Like, I don't think that our deck is, like, that good. But, like, these draws have just been silly. I wonder if there's anything that I could get off Mystical that would be good. Emrakul? Okay. So to, like, not Massacre Worm or something. Alright, I didn't draw anything good there. So I decided not to Mystical because if our opponent, like, does something degenerate here, I can go get Wheel or, like, Expansion Explosion. Hero Blade Hold. Alright, so our opponent's going to attack for 13. That's fine. I know that. Sure. I forgot Shallow Grave is the top. That was an incredible match. Like, it's hard to be upset about that. Like, that was just super insane. Like, even if I went to this league now, like, that match was worth it. Alright, so we're 1-0. And if you loved that match as much as I did, make sure to show your support through theepicstorm.com/shop. Alright, we are paired for round number 2. I don't think this hand is that good. But you never know. Like, maybe you draw Fastbond and all of a sudden this hand is unlocked. Ooh, missed land drop. And so, in theory, I could have played Taiga there. Then if we draw Mountain, I'm able to attack with Raging Ravine. I just don't know if that's the game that I really want to play. And now we get our Lotus Bloom. Are they countering this? Sure. I mean, we're not really in a rush right now. Resist, holding open, commit to memory. We also have Expansion Explosion to be able to like copy a good card. Like if they have like Ancestral Recall, we can copy it. We could also copy a High Tide. So what I could do here is I could cast Pyretic off these two. and then High Tide, fork it, and then tap 2. So hypothetically, we'd have 1 red floating, and then the forked High Tide would make us be able to cast this. So we'd have 4 open mana, which means if we hit exactly turnabout, we'd be set. Mana Flare, but nothing to do with it, really. I can make all hell break loose by allowing my opponent to untap with it. This repeal's really killing me this game. I think I'm just going to pass. I wonder if I'm supposed to cast this Expansion Explosion. Well, I guess I can cycle this repeal with Black Lotus now. Get it out of my hand. This is such a tough call. Because if they have a counterspell, I'm just screwed. Okay, I'm fine with that being our top card. I mean, our opponent gets to untap with 10 mana, so we're probably in a little bit of trouble. Alright, I don't care about Elspeth. I would like to draw 12 cards, please. All right. This is the old vintage Gush Fastbond makes mana. Um, so I don't really want to empty. So I'm going to Twister and try to kill them the old-fashioned way with the expansion explosion. Okay, so we can tie it again. Our island's not tapped for infinite mana, but so do our opponents. We have so many manas. Splinter Twin and Disenchant. Marcus Ewald would be proud right now, or Ewald. Alright, our opponent saw what was coming. That was sweet. I'm going to get rid of that repeal, where the hell it is. And I think this is one where we might actually want the Sphinx. This deck is so much fun. Fastbond is just like a really dumb card. And that's why when I saw it that I was like, I think I'm willing to draft this. This hand is dangerous. Opponent's mulliganed. I think I'm going to try this. It's a little ballsy. Right on time, deck. Right on time. Ooh, that was a good one. Womp. Alright, we'd like to see an island here. Alright, well at least it's a land. I don't know if there's a card I should mystical for. Or maybe I mystical in the upkeep. Maybe mystical in the upkeep is better. I guess we could go get Pyretic, and that helps us with Desire. So yeah, I think that's the line. I could get Probe. But I think Probe is a little risky. Seething Song seems good too. I think it's actually Seething Song. So this can go get like Taiga for Fastbond. But I think I just want to Desire before I play a land and then make a decision. Well, that was nuts. Give me my Baral back. Yeah, let's cast this Twister. Let's auto yield to these. So the Sphinx card is pretty good, turns out. Do I need to sack that? There's my Taiga. Look at our opponent's hand, make sure they don't have a Force of Will. Nope. So it turns out Expansion Explosion was the real win condition the whole time. Alright, so this is actually going to make us... maybe I need to right-click. Or I guess I'll just do it the hard way. What's the number right now? Alright, they're conceding. So they save me some more clicks. We're 2-0. Let's see if we can get a trophy with this deck. This deck is so sweet. This deck is performing better than I expected, for sure. We're really seeing the power of Fastbond in these Storm decks here. Good hand. Opponent mulligans to 6. I think I'm going to play out the Brawl. I mean, it's probably going to die, but I'm going to play it out. Because if we draw like a Seething Song or like a Ritual next turn, we can Desire. Looting. What are you doing over there, Terrence's? Looks like they're also some sort of Reanimator deck. LED wasn't awful, because now it's another free spell next turn for Brawl. Right now we have a Desire for 3, which is a tiny bit weak, but, you know, it's not the end of the world. Like, a Manamorphose would probably be one of our better draws. Sure. So our opponent's 5 color. Oh, Thoughtseize is so good right here. That hurt. And our best draw. We actually hit the Morphos. I think I have to save it now. Because, like, if I draw, like, Mystical, then this Morphos gains a lot of value. Or, like, an empty. That sucked. Alright, so they have all the combos. We're not really concerned about that. We have Blue Mana and Manamorphose and Petal. Alright, so that was a good draw. What do we want to get here? Probably Twister. Do I think Empty's good enough? They're at 13. So Empty would be from 5, 6, 12? I kind of want a Twister. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . Float 2 blue. Okay. Keeping the chain going. Fuck. That's alright. Maybe I should have emptied. But I just figured that, like, they might have an out, and they had 3 creatures to block. So it could have gone a little hairy. See if they pay the echo on this. Alright, so that bought us a little bit of time. Really need to draw an action spell. That was not it. We still have Wheel in our deck. And Time Twister, by the looks of it. So we have 2 wheels. Those are both the cards we want to draw. And our opponent is pretty close to representing lethal next turn. Ding. It's from 4 so far. I'm just trying to increase my storm count. No turnabout there. A little shocking. Oh, the turnabout's in our graveyard. Alright, I'm going to have to cast that in order to win this game with expansion. So I think I actually messed up. I should have left the probe there. Go to 4. No lands. Sorry, I'm just like being a little bit careful. I'd rather not lose if I don't have to, so I'm like trying to think what's the best way about going through some of this stuff. And I know it might seem like I'm showboating. Sure. I'm also just like trying to not die. Like I'm not going to play that lane because I don't want to go to 3 and die to bolt. But maybe I should see what they have. Incinerate. Which means I could die if I played Mana Flare. Wait, did I like make that up that I had expansion in my head? I think I did. um, yeah, I guess I did. In my head, I was like, I have expansion. Maybe I should look at their hand again. Skull Clamp, Avalanche Riders, Sling Gang. And I can't wheel. But I can bounce this Worm Coil. Alright, empty it is. I could have swore in my head that I had the expansion in my hand again. Maybe I was just thinking about drawing the turnabout and like mentally fist pumping. Alright, take your turn. So they have Incinerate, Kaya, Avalanche Riders, Golos. Fastbond is so good. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Like, Fastbond is bananas. Let's get rid of that repeal and let's bring in the Sphinx. Submit that. One final time, if you need help keeping track of all that floating mana from Fastbond paired with Mana Flare, the mini token pack from theepicstorm.com/shop. All right, game 2, and hopefully our last game. We've opened up a pretty solid hand. We're definitely keeping this. I wonder if I'm supposed to turn 2 Mana Flare. Probably not. Sure. All right, I think we're going for it now. See if we can get a turn 3 in cube. Toxic Deluge. It's not very nice. Exactly 6 mana. Alright, what can we do with this? I can go get Time Twister. Let's make this a little bit bigger so I can actually see our options. Twister seems pretty good here. I could get Manamorphose and copy it. I don't know actually how good that is, though. With this, I could copy it for free. And then draw 2. So I could draw 4 cards this turn. Actually, I can't cast Manamorphose. I have blue floating. So yeah, it's Twister then. Draw 2. Do the twist. And I have to pass. Which is kind of dangerous considering how I just put Mana Flare into play. But hopefully we'll get through this unscathed. Goddamn Duress. Or Thoughtseize. Thank you. Oh, wow. They took the Gush. I don't agree with that personally, but that's fine. Oh, no. Our win condition that isn't empty got exiled. Oh, no. I didn't even think about that. So now we have to win with empty, and they have Toxic Deluge. I should have thought that through more. Uh-oh. I'm not feeling too good about this game now. Actually, I don't need to tap that Gilded Lotus. I can just cast it. That sucks. And we have to pass. I think we might have lost this game. I don't regret doing the Desire for 6. I think that was right. I think I just made some errors along the way. Are they activating Golos? Yeah, they are. Duretti. So a way that we could win is by drawing Wheel and having them discard Toxic Deluge. Eidolon. What a jerk. Alright, I'm going to go to game 3. I don't want to waste my time. I'm not winning this one anyway. I feel like I punted that game a little bit. I'm gonna board out a land. Really wish this burst lightning was an island now. Oh, it would be so much better as an island in this hand. All right, our trophy game. All right, it didn't matter if it was an island now, because the Sphinx couldn't have been cast on turn 2. If it was an island, we could have theoretically cast it on turn 2. Is it High Tide? Interesting. Technically, Burst Lightning is a win condition because we have 2 Twister effects and then a wheel where we could like cast this multiple times. Are we gonna hit our Fastbond? Nope. Oh, my bad. I needed to turnabout first. Forgot the step in the middle. We need to kill that Kaya. I'm gonna hold the pedal for now. Sure. High Tide is removed. That's fine. That's actually okay. All right. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we can only deal them 12. I'm going to desire. We really want that mana flare. They have nothing. All right, I think we got this. Can I cast it with Kicker, really? Oh, no. All right, just cast it then. Good thing Sphinx is in May. Although I probably just shouldn't have played it, because if they're a jerk, I'm going to have to click no a bunch. Or not. And we got the trophy. Kind of sweet. Yeah. So our deck was wild. We really got to abuse the power of Fastbond. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I probably misplayed along the way. I'm not expecting, anything crazy here. But thank you for watching. Hey, Bryant Cook here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, but also follow the social media channels down below. If you want to support this content directly, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/shop. And if you need a little bit of assistance with the Epic Storm to get to that next level, I would recommend going to theepicstorm.com/tutoring. Don't worry, there's more great content coming right up.